believe February 2nd, 3rd, whatever. It is February. I am blonde today. I don't remember what my last video was or what I was wearing, but I'm blonde today. If I look over here, the baby monitor's right here. I've got my cup of noodles. It is a beautiful day today. It's about to be 70 degrees today, and it's about to have snow, and by tomorrow it's gonna snow, and by Tuesday in beautiful Colorado it's gonna be about 9 degrees. So I'm taking in the sunlight, having my lunch. Well, girl, it's only 10 o'clock. My very early lunch. Well, my baby girl sleeps, and I am going to be sharing this story with y'all today. So today's video is about my period. As you can tell in the title, whatever I title it, it'll just be like my first period, and then just like a little bit about how my periods go in general, just because, you know, everyone's different, and some people might have periods like mine, and mine is in no way, shape, or form the worst. However, I do have really bad cramping and stuff like that. Alright, so when I was about 8, I started developing. I remember one time, so I was 5, 6 when my FB was born. So I believe I came into his room while she was changing his diaper, and I told, you know, I used to call my FM mommy at the time. I was like, Mommy, my chest hurts. And, you know, she's like, oh, Maya's growing boobs, you know, party hard, whatever, you know, because I was coming of that age. And then I started my period in 6th grade. So, the first time I had my period, I just, you know, I was at home. It was a school night. I was down in my room, and then I came upstairs to the bathroom where my FM was. I was like, I'm bleeding down there. And she's like, oh wow, you got your period, yay. Like, so she gave me pads. And she was like, oh, like, it's your first time. If you don't feel good tomorrow, you don't have to go to school tomorrow. I was like, yes, like, even, you know, because I never really got a chance to stay home from school. Like, there was one time in elementary school where I threw up in my cereal, and she was just like, you're lying, go finish your food and get ready for school or whatever. Like, I could never, for the life of me, I could never stay home from school no matter what. I got picked up from school early, mostly for my periods, but, you know, I could never just straight up stay home from school. Like, and that's something I won't do with my daughter. You know, if she really is sick, you know, I'll make sure, you know, she's not just lying. I hope my daughter likes school. I did not like school, but I never was like, oh, like every day I wasn't like, oh, I don't want to go to school, so let me just lie and say something so I don't have to go to school. I was never like that, but when I really just didn't feel like going to school, I would try to get out of it. And if my daughter, you know, genuinely, you know, doesn't feel good, I'm not going to make her go to school. Like, that's just it. And she will be having, you know, mental health days, because I definitely would have benefited from those in school. And I love parents who give their kids mental health days. So, anyways, so back to the story. So the next day comes, and she wakes me up at like 6 or whatever. She opens the door, she's like, Maya, time to get up. And I, like, right away, without missing a beat, I was like, you said I didn't have to go to school. And she was like, well, yeah, but you're always gonna have your period, so it's not like you can stay home from school or work whenever you get your period. And like, that's not even the point. The point is, she told me, it's your first period, I'll let you, you know, the night before, not even like 9 hours, like 9 hours, 10 hours ago, she said, it's your first period, you know, I'll let you have it at home, just, you know, so you're comfortable, whatever. But then she's like, you can't do that every time. And obviously I know that, like, I'm a grown woman, you know, I've been to work, hid out in the bathroom for a little bit because my cramps were so bad, but I still went to work. Like, all I asked was for the one day that she promised me, right? But, you know, can't even get that. But, god damn it. But yeah, so she was like, you gotta go, you gotta go. So I had to go. Oh my god. Okay. And then this is like a different time. This wasn't my first period. But this was like 6th, 7th grade. And I had my period. And what I would do when it got really bad, I would go to the nurse's office, lay down, I would try to call my FM. Sometimes she's just like, Maya, I'm not getting you. Deal with it. And like, granted, I'm not, you know, shaming her for that, you know, but on the other hand is she didn't know how bad it was for me. Like, just because she's a woman and she has periods doesn't mean ours are the same. So I believe this was my middle school and my high school, but my middle school, you could only stay in the nurse's office for like 2-3 periods, and then they're like, well, if your parents don't pick you up, you gotta go back to class. So one time I was in there just laying down, like in excruciating pain. Like, whenever I start my period, like 2 days prior to my period, my stomach starts hurting, I feel nauseous, I don't want to eat anything, my back starts hurting, like, so I know it's coming. On top of my skin being horrible, I get breakouts again, like worse breakouts. And so yeah. So I usually know when my period is coming, but so I was sitting in the office, like in the nurse's office. I'll paint the picture for you. So it's right in front of, like, you walk into the school, there's, you know, the hallway, whatever, and right down the middle is like the main office. There's the desk, like receptionist. To the right is the principal's, like, offices and like conference rooms. Like I said, I've been in one of those conference rooms before for talking dirty in school, whatever. And then on the left there's a little sitting area, and next to that is the nurse's office. So I was like laying up in the nurse's office, and she was just like, Maya, honey, like, you gotta go back to class. Like, if your mom's not picking you up, you gotta go. It's like, okay. And at this point, I'd been laying in the nurse's office for a few hours, and so I had no clue what time it was. I walked out of the nurse's office, walked out of the actual main office, and now I'm standing outside the nurse's office. On the left, or on the right, like where I'm standing, on the right is the hallway to go to the lockers, all the classrooms, whatever. And on the left is like the cafeteria, the big gym, little gym, whatever. And I look, and after, you know, lunch and recess, we had, for my middle school, we had 3 different lunch periods. It's not like high school where everyone mixes and mingles. It's literally 6th, 7th, 8th grade lunch periods. And when we were coming in, there was 2 lines to come in, girls and boys. And I saw like girls and boys lining up, so I was like, oh, okay, it's the end of the lunch period, but what lunch period? Because I didn't see anyone I knew to recognize what grade it was. So this kid was walking down the hall. I was like, what period is it? And he's like, well, I think it's about 5th period or something. So I'd been in the office for a while, and so I got a head start. So I like basically drunkenly walked to my class because I was just so out of it. I was in so much pain. I was pale, you know. Walked, and it was, I can't remember, I think it was language arts, but there was like, for the classrooms, there was like this hallway, and they had like lockers upstairs, and then you go down like separate halls to get to the classrooms, and some of the classrooms were like right off the hallway, but some of them had their own little hallway. And I remember this classroom, I can't remember what class it was for, had its own little hallway. So I just like sat there, and like my classmates started coming in, you know, waiting for the teacher. The teacher wasn't there yet. And I asked somebody, I was like, do I look okay? Like, I don't feel good. Like, I feel so bad right now. They were just like, you look really pale. Like, are you okay? Like, have you been to a nurse? Whatever. And I was like, yeah, whatever. So, like, people could visibly see, you know, and I am a light-skinned person, but they could see that, you know, I was not feeling right. But yeah, that's just like how all my periods really are. Like, there are just times where I just want to roll up in a ball and die. And like I said, I'm a grown woman. I've gone to school like this. I've gone to work like this. You know, whatever. So, you know, I've done my duties as a woman. And I do get the whole, you know, you're gonna have this for the rest of your life till you're 50. However, you don't promise your kids something that you're not gonna give them in for no, like, decent reason. But yeah, that was my first period. I've been having my period since, obviously, except for the 9 months I was pregnant. I remember while I was pregnant, I was like, yeah, I don't get my period, and then this and that, and then after, when I gave birth, because I gave a natural birth, I was like, damn, like, that hurt so bad. Like, I can never complain about my periods ever again. But I still do complain about my periods like, till this day, because, you know, it's just different pains, you know, and it's constant pain with a period. You get it every month, you know. It's annoying. It's really fucking annoying. So, but yeah. And another thing was that my FM would refuse to let me use tampons. Like I said, obviously in 6th grade, when I just start my period, it's good to start with just pads. That's probably what I'll do with my daughter. Start her off with pads. However, she didn't let me use tampons because it would take my virginity. Girl, what? What are you talking about? So, I remember one time, you know, because pads suck. They're, like, especially if you're using, you know, pads for, you know, the heavy days of your period. You can't just use, like, a panty liner. You have to use actual, like, bulky pads that feel like freaking diapers that, you know, you could see in some pants that you wear. So it's just annoying. And even back then, I knew it, how annoying it was. And like, one time I went underneath her cabinet in the bathroom upstairs, because I slept downstairs, but I would use the bathroom upstairs for quite a while until they were just like done with me. They're like, oh, exiled me to the basement, and I would use the bathroom downstairs, whatever. I'll explain all that later. But yeah, so I used to use the bathroom upstairs to like wash my hair, you know, well, I would use the bathroom downstairs to brush my teeth, go to the bathroom, but to shower and use upstairs. Yeah, so I went in underneath the sink, and I saw that she had a whole bunch of tampons. So like, oh, like, let me try one of these. Like, like, I didn't know how to use it though, because like I said, she would not let me use them. So, you know, like, she wasn't gonna teach me how to use them because she didn't want me using them. She was just weird like that. And so I had it under my pillow. Of course, it was a new tampon, you know. It wasn't out of the applicator. I think I did open like the seal just to see what it looked like, because mind you, till this day, like, I've had sex ed in I think my freshman year of high school, but I've never touched a condom in my life. Like, I've only been with one guy, so I don't really need to. I mean, obviously we have a baby together. Condoms aren't that effective anyways, so it's not like that would change anything. But I've never, you know, they've never actively like taught me how to use a condom. You know, I wouldn't expect him to, my FD, because he's a guy, and I wouldn't expect her to because she's very religious. She is a Muslim. So yeah, but still. So I didn't know how to use a tampon, so I just kind of had it under my pillow. And this is what makes me think that for the most part of my life, she would literally look through my room every day while I was at school, because she was a stay-at-home mom. She had nothing else to fucking do but look through my shit. So she literally looked under my pillow for what? I don't know what for. Like, not like she was doing my bed or anything, you know. And she's like, did you use this? Like, I got home and right away she like started grilling me. She's like, did you use this? I was like, no. She's like, first of all, don't steal my stuff. And then she was just like, this could take your virginity. You are not supposed to use this. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sis, chill. I obviously did not fucking use it. Like, I probably wasn't even on my period at the time. I just wanted to see what the fuck it was. Like, had you been more of a mother figure and taught me shit, wouldn't be a fucking problem. All tea, all shade, bitch. But anyways, these videos, I'm gonna piss some people the fuck off. Like my wig, I keep smelling like dryer sheets, but it's because I just washed my units, you know. So she's smelling good. But yeah. Is she awake or is she just... I better go. Okay. I'll be back. Alright. So I got my daughter. She was awake, sitting up, about to start crying right when I came down. She didn't see me, but... Anyways. Yeah, so... Hey, baby. Leia. There you go, gorgeous. But yeah. So... That is, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, that. These videos are gonna piss some people off, but it's about my life, sis. So they can very much well make their own videos about me. I don't care how they perceive it, because it's all about perception, right? This is how I perceive people. This is how I perceive things that happen in my life. This is me. So, be mad about it if you want to, sis. Go off, sis. Go off. Go hard. Whatever. But yeah. I just feel like there's a lot of ignorance. Just saying that a tampon would take my virginity, not teaching me how to use tampons because of that. I mean, once I got to high school, I started using tampons regardless, even before I was with my mans now, whom I have a baby with, obviously, and I, you know, gave my virginity to. But, just because I was like, fuck it, like, I had to figure out how to use them. To me, they were my preferred method. So I just get tampons from school. So in her eyes, I took my own virginity with the tampon. So call me a whore again, sis. But yeah, I don't know. I just rambling now, but I get pretty bad periods. So I hope my daughter doesn't. So that's gonna suck. But I'll be more open to speaking with my daughter about these things because I wasn't spoken to about stuff. So and there was so I didn't meet my fiance until high school. I haven't even started on my high school dramas yet, like on my high school story times yet, so this will probably be brought up later. But another funny like period thing would be I would have my fiance take me to my class, and because I didn't want him to know I was on my period, or I just didn't want to talk about it because we were kind of newish at that time. We weren't engaged yet. And and then I would dip out like either in the first part of the class period I'd ask to go to a nurse, or I just wouldn't go to class and just go to a nurse first. And one time I think I went to the bathroom to check to make sure I didn't have blood on my pants first, and then I came out to get a tampon and he was or I think this happened both ways, and then he was coming into the nurse because he was a badass little kid and, you know, always wanted excuses not to go to class. So we like saw each other and he's like, hey. I was like, hey, and, you know, did what I needed to do. And he like walked out. He's like, oh, I didn't know you were down here. And, you know, yes, just getting a tampon because I can't get those in my own house. Those are forbidden. They weren't like forbidden. It wasn't like if she, you know, I bought my own tampons. If I had a job, she'd take them away. Or maybe she would, because that's just what she did. Like who goes under someone's pillow while they're at school? Like, girl, what? Like, just a lot of toxicity there. And yeah, but like I said, my childhood was not the worst of the worst. It could have been worse. Like you know, could have been way worse. So I'm blessed to have, you know, the experiences that I've had that have made me, you know, a better person. Have opened my eyes and will eventually make me a better mother when it comes time to, you know, my daughter going through stuff like this. So on the way, I thank my FM for being a psycho, crazy human, because I know exactly what not to do, you know, so. But yeah, so that was like my period stories. I don't really think I have too many crazy ones, embarrassing ones. Just sometimes when I'd get out of my pants and like I'd overstayed my welcome of having my FM pick me up from school, so I'd have to put like a sweater around my pants or whatever. But you know, just normal things. Nothing too crazy, but like I said, I have pretty bad symptoms when I'm on my period. Yummies! Num nums. So yeah. I mean, what else is there to say other than I'm a woman and I have a period every month, so. And obviously this wasn't like a gross video. This wasn't meant to be, you know, weird or anything, but it's about my life, hey, and all that. So, girl, don't you dare. Try to play with the dog bowls. See? You're silly. But yeah. It is looking nice outside. I'm about to walk up on the porch and see, you know, what the temperature's feeling like, so I could take my daughter out in the back and, you know, hang out before this 9-degree weather. Thanks, Colorado. But I just can't wait till summer. I gotta start working out. I gotta start waist training to get snatched for summer, like. Because last summer, I wasn't right after giving birth, but you know, I still wasn't, I felt really good. I felt really confident when we went to, what's it called? Water World for my fiance's birthday, but I got really sunburned. That hurts so bad. But yeah, I felt really confident in myself, but this summer, I just want to be snatched. Do you feel me? Like, Melfu, like, yeah. So, had to do a thumbnail, but anyways, that was today's story. I'm just trying to think, like, every day when I'm trying to sleep or I'm in the shower, I think of these crazy, like, obviously they're not super crazy, but these, like, really weird things that happen to me. And, like, shit, like, I'm working my way up there. Like, I want this to be in chronological order. I got this idea from, I think, Stormy Daniels. She had, like, Stormy times and, you know, about her being in foster care and stuff. Hers are really crazy. But yeah. Because, like, there are just things that happen to me. Like, I got engaged at 16. I moved out at 16 years old. Like, you know, there are things that happen to me that normal people, like, normal families and stuff don't have. So I just thought that this playlist could be helpful, entertaining, whatever. So yeah, that's why I'm up on here spilling out my tea. And like I said, I will not just be exposing other people, I will be exposing myself as well. Just haven't really got there yet. We're about to get there because we're in middle school ages now. So that's when I started being a little badass kid. Not too bad, but you know. But yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys continue watching. I've got a list that I'm trying to buzz through for these story times. But yeah, I will be back next Sunday, hopefully. Maybe even sooner. But like I said, I'm trying to schedule my shit every Sunday religiously, if you know what I'm saying. But see y'all next Sunday. Bye.